Project Flight is a great game and has many interesting features. However, there are some features the game lacks and would improve it significantly if they were added, so let's get into it. The first one I have is Career Mode. This feature has been displayed on the game menu for ages but always says coming soon. But it never came soon. Having an aspect of progression would make you feel the need to play the game more often. Flying just because you feel like it just isn't as fun. My next one is charts. Although this feature is available to ATC, it would be great help to taxi around the airport with charts. It'd be great to have a little kind of button in this corner of the screen, which would have different charts for gates and different airports, etc. Another feature the game would do wonders with is ground crew. Another feature displayed on the home menu as coming soon, but as always, never came soon. Having people on the ground giving you stairs, fuel, and pushing back your plane would make the game feel much more immersive. My next feature is weather. Landing is way too easy in Project Flight. Having some crosswinds would make landing much more of a challenge. Strong winds and a tricky approach would make for much more interesting flights. This brings me on to my next feature, more interesting airports. Places like Sabre, Barra, and Madeira would make landings much more challenging, as they'd be different to the normal airports we have in the game, which just have straight normal approaches. The game needs more vintage airliners. We are currently limited in option for vintage airlines, as we only really have the 727 and the MD-11. Options such as the Boeing 737-200, the Boeing 707, and the earlier models for the 747 would be a great addition to the game. Finally, the game could do with a much more realistic ocean. I don't mean like hyper-realistic with super detailed ways, I just mean one like PTFS, one that you can perhaps do water landings in. That would make emergencies a lot more immersive and realistic. That's all for me today. If you enjoyed this video, maybe you should check out some of my other videos. Comment what you would like to see in future updates in Project Flight. Anyway, thanks for watching and goodbye.